3, 4.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Lady Gwendolyn here. Welcome to the final episode of the season of Under Rowan Tree, and welcome the May Queens. All hail the Queens!
Hey, everybody. Hey, guys. How's it going? Hi, Brenda.
Joining us tonight, we have May Queen 2022, Natalie McVicker. She is the Peacock Queen.
I am.
And we also have our current reigning queen 2023, the Raven Queen, Kayla Guttliep.
Hi. Kayla. I have cats. I'm sorry. I apologize.
We all have cats. Like, all of us have cats. Like, we're all used to cats being on the live streams. There's always a cat popping in on one of our shows, typically.
So I want to start out by asking a couple of questions from each of you, getting your own separate opinions, because each year has been different. Hello, Megan. So what was it that made you want to go after the crown? Natalie, we'll start with you. Since you've been at it for a while.
Since you've been there and done that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it had to do with like friends kind of pushing me to get my face out there a little bit more. When I'd seen that it had been announced that people were, you were taking nominees and things like that, one of my friends was like, "You should go for it." And I was like, "No. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Like, no, seriously, do it. Like, you'll win." And I was like, "No, I won't." And I was like, "I don't know that many people." They're like, "Natalie, do you have any idea how many people would vote for you? Like, it's obscene." And I was like, "Okay, fine. All right, fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's terrifying, but it's fine." I was like, it was like my first real year being openly involved in the community. I'd already been doing the Pendulum's Path, but it was like I hadn't really launched myself out there as much as I probably should have done or really wanted to do. And it was just, fear of rejection and failure and all of that stuff that everybody deals with. But it was, a lot of my friends were like, "No, you should absolutely do this." And it was actually kind of funny because I brought it up to my mom, and my mom joked around. She's like, "Well, you do know that I was crowned a queen once." And I was like, "Were you now?" And she's like, "Oh, yes, I have a sash and everything." And I was like, "Wait a second, what?" So my mom talking about it, she's like, "Well, wouldn't that just be really funny if you went after this and got crowned and sashed too?" And I was like, "You know what? It would be kind of funny if that happened." And then wouldn't you know, and I ended up winning by a landslide. I think you gave like the percentages, and it was obscene. Like when you told me the numbers, and I was just like, "That's not real. Like, that's not real, Gwen. That's lie." And you're like, no, that's real. That's what happened."
Oh, yeah, so that was your first year really stepping outside of yourself.
Yeah, it really was. It was me stepping out of my comfort zone. And as a Taurus and Earth signs alike, we don't like stepping outside of what we find comfortable, what we are willing to do for ourselves, kind of thing. It's like if someone tells us to do something, we're probably not going to do it. But if we want to do it for ourselves, we will go after it with absolute vim and vigor and passion. You know what I mean? It's like no one's going to get in our way of us getting what we want. And Gwen's laughing because she knows that's exactly the truth.
No. Wait, you don't. I don't know if you realize this or not. I don't know if you realize this or not. We have the Earth sign trifecta happening right now on screen.
I was going to say, we have the Capricorn, we've got the Virgo, and we've got the Taurus sitting, we've got all the Earth represented. So it is, it's like if someone tells us what to do, absolutely not. I'm not going to get off this couch for anybody but myself, really. And you know what I mean? Unless there's food involved or something that I'm going to enjoy, the answer is no. Absolutely not. Like, what's in it for me? Kind of thing. Like, am I gonna have a good time? The answer is no. I'm not going. I don't want to do it. What is it? Yeah, tell Gwen. She's again, if you're not allowed to do something you want to bet, watch me kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, with you, Gwen, and Asen and Joe and just everybody, Jason, Rule, everybody, all my friends, they were all really encouraging me to be more present, not just be like, oh, I've heard of you in that group. It was, oh, you're that person. Because a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, no, I've heard about you. And I was like, yeah, a lot of people have heard about me, but they haven't met me. And here I am. And now everyone's like, yeah, we all know Nat.
We like popped that cork and now we can't put the genie back in the bottle.
I know. I'm so sorry. It's terrible. It's terrible.
All right. Kayla, what about you, darling?
So for me, I also got pushed a lot. I didn't expect to win. I know I was close too. The votes were close with me. I almost was not May Queen, but it was more family. It felt more like reaching out to people who I could connect with and be on a different level with.
Yeah. Sorry.
And we're laughing at the comments, and unfortunately, Kayla, you can't see it. Joe said, in our defense, the bottle did not come with a warning label. Talking about,
you know,
Natalie,
a lot of my friends say that I should come with a warning sign because I'm a little weird.
So, we. Even though she is not on here tonight, we have our original May Queen in the comment section. Our 2020 Phoenix Queen, Lady Lilith. She is in the comments. So she says, hi, everyone. And she said, there's her girl on screen. So she's very happy. But so what? Yes.
That's my
I want to ask each one of you, what is something that you are taking with you from your reigning year that really means something to you?
Do you want me to go first this time?
Yeah, love and acceptance.
Go ahead.
So I have really
I was like, love and acceptance, and that's it.
Acceptance. I have really taken growth with me.
Yeah.
I have taken so much growth with me. I feel like I have grown so much in the past year, not only like spiritually, but physically, mentally, emotionally. So much growth.
Natalie, you want to elaborate?
I was gonna say, I agree. There's been a lot of growth for both of us. I think I've seen you step out more, Kayla, and just be more socially and vocally present just with the community. And enjoying it and not being so shy and not being like, not calling you a wallflower, but like like, okay, instead of stepping behind, I'm going to be in front this time. I'll just stand here and watch. And it's like, no, you're going to present now. Now you have to.
Yep.
And that's wonderful for you. That really is. It's, you know, when we get pushed outside of our comfort zones, it usually leads to some pretty awesome stuff, in my opinion, or at least in my experience, you know. But yeah, I've had a lot of acceptance and a lot of love that's come out of it.
Okay, so unfortunately, we're heading into the last couple of months of your reign, Kayla.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make the announcement, and if you are looking to step out of your comfort zone, join a wonderful group of people. May royalty is non-gender specified. So if you want to put yourself out there, I know we came really close. We came close to having a king.
We need a king
in 2020. Yeah. Yeah, it was 2020, the first year.
Yeah.
We came close to having a king. So
We do. We need a
I'm
king.
waiting. And
Come on, guys.
this is the year of the stag. The animal for this year is the stag. So it
Well,
is
wouldn't that
kind
be
of
amazing if we got a king?
it is
Oh,
kind of
God.
Wouldn't that
masculine.
just be like? Wouldn't that just be like energetically perfect? I think it would be.
Right. So we are open and accepting of all gender and gender non-specified, whatever. You are wonderful and you are beautiful and you are accepted here.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
all you have to do is send us an email or on our page, Rowan Temple of Light, or at rowantempleoflight@gmail.com with your bio and your photo, and on Ostara, which will be actually March 19th, is when we are putting it out there for the voting to begin. And then it will last on through until April the 8th, which is the total solar eclipse. That is how long the voting is going to go.
Okay.
I think those are two very prominent dates in our community. We're going to remember those.
Yeah.
So, and then the crowning will be at Beltane in the Hills, because Beltane is the Hills is the event that we celebrate the May royalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
are we gonna have a maypole this? Are we gonna have like a big maypole this year? Do you
if
know?
we can get someone to build one, I need a carpenter.
Well, we need a maypole. All right, so let's get it out there. All right. Someone with a lathe and wood. Just, we need a maypole.
And someone that is going to be responsible for it, setting it up, transporting it, and everything. We are not going to be responsible for it.
Right.
You don't even know the full.
Marty wants
We're
to know
going to
how
have
tall.
to. We need specifications from
Taller
Ayersman
than us.
in regards
Taller
to what the
than us.
maypole. Yeah.
Just taller than us. That's all.
We would. Okay, so for those of
usually
you that
maypoles are
were
pretty
at
tall.
Beltane. For those of you that were at Beltane in the Hills last year, the little one was that we put wishes on. If you missed out on what happened, it was
awesome.
at Earth Magic until Samhain, and about around Maven, and then I went and got it and I burned it here. Well, Rowan Temple of Light set it on fire, didn't we, Kayla?
Yes.
Burned it. It was amazing. I watched it. It was great.
Yes, we did it live. We set it on fire. Yeah, and let the ribbons burn up. So if that is something, I will put it out there in the event when the time comes, because we are going to be going and searching locations for Beltane in the Hills pretty soon. It's a toss up between a couple of different places, and Rowan Temple of Light needs to make a decision. Okay. So on where we're going to have it, if we like the location as last year, or if we want to move it.
Right.
To be fair, I will be perfectly honest. I do prefer it where we had it last year, because if it rains again, and I am not saying that it will, because it's not going to rain, it's not going to rain, it's not going to rain on us. It's not going to rain, it's not going to rain, it's not going to rain. If by chance it does, it will roll right down into the river and leave us alone.
And they have, there's the gazebos, there's the little awnings and things like that. So it's not like, and a lot of the vendors have covered, displays and whatnot. So even if it does, we made it work last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Like we made it work. We made it work when it was pouring rain at Pagan Pride that
Yes,
one
we
year.
did, and we
You
had
know
a
what I mean?
blast
Like,
doing
we
it
stuck
too.
it out. We did. We had the best time ever that year. I
Yeah.
remember every single event that I've done with you guys. I haven't forgotten like a single one of them. I remember them all because they've all had such epic moments happen in them. Yeah, like even with the rain, it was fun, and even when we were just stuck sweating like, humid pigs all day, we still like came together as a family, as
Yeah, we
as we
do.
do, and had a great time.
Yeah, we do. We do. Okay, so what is one of your I'm gonna ask this and I might already know the answer. Natalie, we're gonna start with you because I know how you like to talk. What is one of your funniest moments from your reign so far that stands out most to you? Look, Kayla.
The funniest moment.
Yeah,
Oh God.
yeah, from your reign.
From my reign.
From your
Well, I
reign.
was gonna say poor Kayla's crown.
That's what she was gonna say.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was like poor Kayla's crown, but on top
Let her
of
tell
that, I
that
think
story.
yeah, I think just me, it's not even really funny, but it's like the one photo of me with just the biggest freaking grin on my damn face, and I laugh every time I see it because I don't think I've ever seen myself so happy.
Your crowning photo.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen myself so
You're like,
happy. I've never seen myself so stupid happy in my life. And it's like, it's not a funny ha-ha moment, but it's funny for me. Like seeing
yeah.
myself in that moment in my life, not knowing 5 years or 6 years ago that that's where I would be, because I wasn't anywhere even close to a part of that community, this community at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing how my energy is in that picture versus who I was and how I was prior to that. I think it's like ironically funny, not ha ha funny. But yeah,
Yeah.
that picture of me. And if anybody wants to see it, it's on my website and it's on my
And
Facebook page.
it is in the event. Whenever I created the event, I also went through and popped up everyone's picture and who everybody was. So everyone would know who all four current
The queens are.
May Queens have been.
Yeah.
So, all right,
But yeah,
Kayla,
that's mine.
tell us your story.
Oh my gosh. I was so mortified. I threw my crown. I didn't even have it on for like 20 seconds. I was officially just like, nope, this isn't for me.
Launched it.
Yeeted it. It was gone. I was mortified.
And Natalie's the one that's like, it's okay, I got
Yeah,
this.
I know. Natalie was like, it's fine, it's okay. And she even told me beforehand, she's like, just don't move your head. Now, and what do? Like now it stays. I do it. It stays now. But that's what I did. She told me right before. She's like, "Don't move your head, okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got it." I don't do well with instructions.
What was we just talking about? Don't tell us what to do.
The opposite. I would be like, "Hey, Kayla, shake your head violently," and you would have been like,
Just
stone cold.
It still stays on. This is on for life. I'm forever a queen now, guys.
Oh my God! Yeah, conditions to be nominated now include inability to move at the neck. Awesome. That's great.
So, I mean, we were talking about signs. So I know that May Queen 2020, she's Cancer, and May Queen 2021 is a Capricorn.
Oh my goodness.
So we need some air and some fire up in
something.
here.
We need a slightly different energy here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's chaotic gremlin energy, and it's not great.
Right? I think we all do collectively, and it doesn't. It's not good. I mean, it is good, but it's not good for other people.
So
Right.
we talked about how people can enter this year. And I've been thinking about ways to advertise. What is something that you would say to someone that would kind of motivate them to take this path?
Gosh.
Go ahead, Natalie.
I think gosh, I mean, me being a psychic, I think it just kind of depends on the person, because I have a tendency to say the right thing at exactly the right time to the right person for the right reason. Usually it's if I know that there are people who are struggling on some kind of spiritual path or journey, or trying to find a community that they feel like they belong in, especially when they feel like they don't really belong anywhere. You know what I mean? It's like I kind of say to some people, I'm like, we are kind of the misfits in a way, and we embrace other misfits, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you know, I mean, we accept everybody, and we don't really hold judgment for anybody unless they give us a reason to. You know, it's like we give everybody a fair chance and a fair shot, and we're really open and embracing of all paths that people walk, and we have a great respect for it. And if anybody wants to be a part of a family of a group of misfits who embrace that, then come on down and say, hey, howdy, hi, you know, and maybe hang out with us for a little bit. It could be fun. Weird stuff happens, you know, it'll be a memory.
Right? We have shiny rocks.
Like, if anything, we'll get a good story out of it, at least. Yeah, nothing to lose. It's gonna be.
We have shiny rocks. Natalie sells them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, literally.
We'll get to that in a minute. All right, Kayla, what would you say to someone to encourage them to try out for May royalty?
I kind of second everything that Natalie says, but also step out of your comfort zone. You know, take the chance. You don't know what will happen. I really didn't think I would win, and I took the chance, and here I am. You know, and I'm not saying that winning is everything either, though. You know, just stepping out of your comfort zone and entering in is huge for me. That was huge for me.
Yeah, it was for me too. It was, it was for me too. I was like, I remember logging in because the COVID had hit, and it was done over a live stream that you announced my win. And I remember sitting on my bed by myself, because there's nobody else in my household that's interested in this. You know, I was just alone in my own little bubble, like, not even having a clue like who was even watching or what was going to happen. And then you announced, and I just sat there like, what? No, just by myself. And it was like this huge personal moment for me, where it was like, oh my God, it was like, they like me, they really like me, but like, not like that. You know what I mean? It was that, but also not that. It was like Miss Congeniality. I'm literally Sandra Bullock, and that, like, mocking it, but also like secretly kind of enjoying it.
Oh yes.
Yes.
So we do have a couple of comments. Other than Joe, and conditions to be nominated now include inability to move with the neck. So Lady Lilith, I would ask them if they want power and riches, and if so, this is not for them. And winning, and you have to remember that winning is not everything.
Do you want a crown? If you want a crown, sign your name up. You might get a crown.
And a comment And we have a comment from our reigning Pagan of the Year, Megan Black. Said, it's the growth from the queens that's inspiring for others.
That's
So
greatly
just know
appreciated.
that. I know the two of you, well, actually all four of you, don't hear that enough of how inspiring you are to others in the community, into the West Virginia pagan community, because this is for all West Virginia pagan community. It's not just the northern, while the queens have all been from the north. This
Right.
is
We're all like up
everyone in
here,
the
but it's for the entire state. It's not just
yes. We don't do things for regional. It's Central West Virginia Pagan Pride because I wanted to bring everyone together for the entire state. And that's how this has grown for everyone, not just regional. If I wanted it regional, I would have stayed in Morgantown where it was. I
Right.
wanted to be more inclusive of everybody.
Yeah.
Because at that point in time, Charleston was having a hard time getting up to Morgantown. So I'm like, all right, let's compromise. But that's where we got to where we're at. I had something that I wanted to talk about, but I want the two of you to kind of, if there's anything that you feel like you want to put out there, like a message or anything like that.
Don't be afraid of being seen by us. Like, don't be afraid to reach out with questions or advice, or just be like, I'm new to the community and I don't know where to start, or I don't know who's who and what's what, and who should I talk to, or who's cool in your group and things like that. And it's like a lot of us are like immediately going to like, let's build a group chat so that we can all talk together. You know what I mean? Like, all of us are pretty, I like to say I'm anti-socially social. I'm very picky and choosy about who I socialize with, but I'm also super social on camera. But we're very quick to embrace people into our lives. We're all very warm, welcoming people. Everybody in our community pretty much is, for the most part. So if all it takes is one message, that's all it takes is just one email. So it doesn't matter who you jive with or who you feel comfortable with. Reach out to us, get involved, ask, what can I do to help? If I don't know it, let me find out for you. One sec, I'll get right back to you.
Yeah. And there was something that I was always saying, and I was always saying that I was a baby witch, that I felt like I was always constantly trying to learn. And I realized that there's no such thing as a baby witch. You're always constantly learning new things all the time.
Yeah.
So please, like, don't feel like just because you don't know anything about anything doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. You should definitely do it.
You got to start somewhere, and
absolutely,
one of us, somebody in our community is at least going to open a door for you somewhere. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I remembered my question now. What is something, if anything, that being May royalty has led you to open yourself up to doing? Something that you may have wanted to do, but never really took the step out to do it, and you stepped out of your comfort zone to do this. What else did you push yourself to do?
God, since I got crowned, I've been a lot more vocal about what it is that I do for work. I'm not as shy about it. I don't hide it as much. And I know that that's controversial, and some people are like, you shouldn't be telling everybody because not everybody's okay with that. And I'm like, I don't care because that's who I am. It's what I do. I'm not gonna hide that for anybody. I was like, I'm not gonna try to squish myself down into to a more palatable piece for somebody else to choke on. I'm going to be big and awkward, and I'm going to stick my fingers out, and I'm going to make it awkward for you. You know, and that's just what I'm going to do. And I'm going to smile about it, you know, and if someone says I don't believe in that, then I'll be like, oh my God, have I vanished again? Jesus Christ, you know, it's like, can you see me? Then I obviously am real. So, you know, do with that what you will, but that's what I do for work. And I'm not shy about it. I'm handing out my card to anybody and everybody that shows any form of interest or intrigue in it. You know, it's like if someone sees me wearing crystals and they're like, oh my God, that's so pretty. Where did you get it? I make them. I sell them in my shop. Here you go. You know?
Kayla, you're up.
So I just have to say that I was presented an opportunity because I went out on a limb through my family. I met somebody who was a tattoo artist, and he was at, I want to say, Pagan Pride and Lucky Omen Tattoo Studio, officially looking at me as an apprentice. And that was really something that is amazing and so just like unbelievable for me still.
Yeah.
That was an opportunity that I didn't think I was going to get. I had worked on my portfolio for over a year at that point. I had talked to other tattoo places, and I just never was given a chance. And I finally was. I felt very seen. I felt very loved. I felt like how a family should feel.
Yeah.
Real quick, give a plug for them and where they're located and all the details about them, because they are pagan community shop.
They are. So Lucky Omen Tattoo Studios is now located, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe on Pike Street, in
East
Clarksburg. Is it East Main Street?
East Main, because it's right down here from me.
Okay, so it's East Main Street. Okay, so it's East Main Street. They're located on East Main Street. We just moved. Jason is phenomenal. Kane is phenomenal. You know, they can whip up anything that you want, anything that you need. Please go to them. And then, of course, there's Creating Canthos or Centos.
Yeah, Centos.
Centos, sorry. And
Cynthia.
she does beautiful work on wands and hats and, oh my God, just everything. Her offering bowls. So I just want to send a shout out to her too.
Natalie, give a shout out for your shop and what you're up to.
Okay, so we've got The Pendulum's Path, www.thependulumspath.com. That's me, psychic medium, crystal shop, scrubs, oils, balms, and more. Not bombs, balms. You know, gotta be heavy on the L there, because otherwise people get concerned about what I do for work. You know, they're like, you sell what in your store?
Hey, at least your name isn't Lady. At least your name isn't Lady something, and you're getting that. Okay, that's fine.
It's so funny. So I got to be heavy on the L when I tell people what I sell. And I have crystals and bracelets that I make, and just, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I've got and I do psychic readings and mediumship and all that fun stuff. You never know what I'm going to say, but usually it's something wildly accurate according to other people that give me reviews. Kayla's like, yep.
Yeah.
She's like, I've experienced it.
I have.
What do you have coming up?
Yes, I have. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be growing in my own spiritual path and journey and getting a new title hopefully this year, maybe, Glenn?
Maybe.
We're
working on it. We're work in progress. So what do you have coming up? What is your goals for 2024?
Well, my goals were shot to heck earlier when I lost my voice for an entire month. My plan was to go live at least once a week, but that did not happen because I was very sick with an unknown illness. The doctors were like, "We don't know what's wrong with you, but you can't talk." It was terrible. Tested negative for everything. They're like, we have no idea. You'll be fine though. Great. We don't know what's wrong with you, but you'll be great. You'll be fine, will I? Yeah, I've hopefully I'll be going live probably this weekend, hopefully, if time allows and all of that. But yeah, I planned to go live a heck of a lot more often.
When
But I've been
is
logged
your
into networks
designated
more.
time?
Huh?
When is your designated time so that people know how to find you?
I open my shop for readings. I just do online digital phone readings, but I open my doors at 10 a.m. And I typically close around 10 p.m. So, between the hours
But
of 10
when
a.m.
do
and 10
you go live for them to catch you live?
Typically between 7 and 9 p.m. is usually like my sweet spot. Typically around 8 p.m., but everybody else has a show usually around that time. So I might be shifting it to like 7 or even later into the ninth hour, maybe. We'll see.
Is that on like Fridays or Saturdays?
It's going to be on Saturdays from what I had in my books.
Okay.
It would be on Saturdays. That way everyone's got a chance to at least tune in for a little bit.
Yeah.
In the evenings, before everyone goes to bed.
Yeah. All right, Miss Kayla, what do you have coming up for 2024? What is your goals?
My goals. I have so many. Like my biggest one is just happiness. Finding happiness and just within myself, like not relying on other people's happiness. That's a big goal of mine, is to work on my mental health. And I'm not afraid to talk about that.
None of us are. None of us are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's been a big thing for me for the past like 2 years, honestly, is just working on my happiness and my growth and my strength in myself.
That's a big thing.
That is a big thing.
It's really hard to say, I want to find my happiness. And then you go searching for it, and you search for it, and you search for it, and you go down all these wrong paths, and then all of a sudden it's like it's like the Red Sea parted, and whoop, your happiness is right there, waiting for you with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's amazing how it's just been there the whole time, just waiting to be opened up. That's what I have found anyway.
Yeah. The whole time.
The whole time? Oh my gosh, what does that come from?
That came from Mrs. Doubtfire Sally Field was screaming it at Daniel when she found out. Yes, it was the whole time. The whole time. The whole time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, I'm really excited for the things that 2024 holds.
It's gonna be
awesome. Let me see. Okay, Lady Lila said that for hers it was opening doors for newcomers. That was her thing for being a May Queen. That's what really opened things up for her. So
I've met some awesome people.
Yeah. I've really enjoyed, like, the last couple of years. We've had a couple of people from the South kind of hop in and join things. Do we have someone that's wanting to join, or just hanging out in the background? If they're wanting to join, they can just join themselves.
Who's behind you?
Oh, me?
No. Okay, they want to stay hidden for now. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about me because my cat is over here knocking stuff off my kitchen or my
We have
bathroom.
absolutely no problems with cats coming on the show and showing themselves.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I needed to specify cats.
Yes.
I'm surprised that one of mine hasn't been scratching at the wall. Like, let me in.
I've got one at my feet right now.
Do you?
And one behind me.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're all around me.
Everywhere. Just cats everywhere. It's like,
You have no
how
idea.
do you know you're awake? Well, how many cats do you have?
Too many.
Yeah, 2 or more.
We don't need to talk about that. They are spiritual guardians, and we will not talk about how many we have.
I love them all individually.
My first cat, Luna, came to me from the woods at midnight on the autumn equinox. I don't think it could get any more witchy than that. You know what I mean? I like looked at her and I was like, if I don't take you in, bad things are gonna happen to me, aren't they? You know what I mean? I was like, this, I have to. I don't have a choice.
I'm obligated now. You are my owner.
Like, this feels like a soul contract thing that's just been delivered to me. And it's like, this is yours now. It's like, okay, thank you.
What a wonderful
3 a.m.
gift.
at Walmart trying to find a cat litter tray.
Oh my goodness.
That was literally my night. I was like, this is my life. Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies, I am about to close out for the night. Any last words? So, to join the May Royalty, all you have to do is submit your bio and photo to Rowan Temple of Light at gmail.com or message us on the Rowan Temple of Light Facebook page prior to March 19th. That will be Ostara this year. And then voting will begin then and run through April the 8th. That is the total solar eclipse. So now that you are aware of that date, plan that accordingly. You're going to want to focus in on some of that energy. You're not going to want to miss it. And the northern part, we might see some of it here. It's kind of crossing the path a little bit. But other than that, we will see you guys at Beltane in the Hills, and Kayla will be crowning the new May Royalty. Oh, and how can we forget passing along the scepter? The May Queen won. So
beautiful. I still am like in awe of it all the time. I'm still like, I get this. This is mine.
So tell us, what does it say? Describe it to us.
So it has like these beautiful yellow, white, and red flowers on the top. And then it has all of these ribbons with bells that my cat is like very interested in, by the way. So I'm trying to like keep it up. And then across the staff itself is like all kinds of just drawings of flowers. It's so gorgeous. And then there's a rose quartz encrusted in it too. And at the very bottom, it says "Blessed Be."
That was created for us by Woodland Majestics in Clarksburg.
Yes. It is gorgeous.
Yes. They really go all out for us. I mean, I have a one myself, but it's my healing one that's kind of like that. It's like, no, we had to have one for the royalty. But this will get passed down throughout. As long as we are doing May Royalty, it will continue to be passed through. All right, everybody. We are going to close it out for the night. I will be at Earth Magic tomorrow doing energy healing from noon to 6 p.m. And then we are taking next Wednesday off. It will be Valentine's Day. And then we will be back the following week to begin Divination Night Season 4. That's right, 4 years of Divination Night. I'm
awesome.
still in awe about it. Natalie's going to be joining us one of those dates.
I am.
Yes.
I am.
So
I am.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. I won't be there for that. No.
I might be like a spectator or something, but that's about it.
No, we are very thankful.
You're not going to go at a psychic reading, Kayla?
Am I not what?
You're not going to give your hand at a psychic reading?
I know where my passions lie, and that's not one of them. That's I know I'm not good at that.
I know where my strengths are. That ain't
I know where my strengths are. Exactly. I'm no.
Hey, you know,
no, like
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks.
At least she's
I'm telling you,
honest
this one
about
cat. I've been like for the last like 2 weeks. I've been like, oh, I'm gonna miss you so much when you die. And Justin's like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. He's like, in years, Kayla. He's like, calm down.
Yeah, I'm just saying now, like, I'm gonna really miss you when you're dead. It's like
it's like, no. So yeah, no, I shouldn't be saying anything to anybody about their future because I'll just be like, you know what? I'll really miss you when you're gone, and they're gonna be like, what is
wrong with you?
So yeah, no, I know where my strengths lie.
Walking out of here like, oh my god, I just got like a weird omen from her. I don't even know.
Oh god.
So
hilarious.
and then
That's very funny.
And then this is leap year. So on the 29th, I will be stepping out of my very own comfort zone, you know, taking the inspiration from May Royalty. And I am going to get back into teaching this year. So I will be teaching a class at Earth Magic on the 29th, Intro to Meditation and Energy Healing. So I haven't got to teach in a while because, as you know, I'm like the hostess, one of the hostesses of the events, and I never get to do anything. So I'm excited. So wish me luck.
Awesome.
I'm nervous.
I should be able to stop by and say hi tomorrow. I should be able to.
Yes, absolutely. I'll be there from 12 to 6. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. You can see all of the wonderful May royalty at Beltane in the Hills this year. And we look forward to seeing you out in the community. Remember, this is for West Virginia Pagans, and we welcome everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you all so much, and have a great night. Bye.